Good morning, this is Audrey K. Wendt, coming you from Royalty TV, and this is a TV channel that I created in Facebook to help distribute knowledge, to help people to do things better, and help people to get on their path to their success and achieve their goal. And I'm so happy to tell you that our Google Hangout page is under construction right now, so in the future, anyone who wants to promote the Hangout, all they have to do is change the Empower Network ID on the URL, and you'll be instantly created your own page, and you can promote your business through our broadcasting. And also, I want to announce that Royalty TV is now about 100 members, and it's every day I got a lot of requests to join. So pretty soon we'll push toward over 1,000 people, and it's going to grow really fast. So watch our Hangout. We reconstruct our Hangout to be more practical, and not only mindset, we are giving out trainings, and I realized that this is need to happen to help people to push forward. So today we have a great show, because today is how I call it the smartest way to do online marketing, because you only do it once, and your target is going to see you all the time. That means your cost is going to be way down, and whatever effort you put out, whoever you target before, stay in the territory. And so this is all about retargeting, tracking, and split testing. So we have a few other people coming in today, and right now on our panel we have an awesome panel today, and we have a couple top earners coming to join us to teach us, and so stay tuned. We will be giving out software resources for you to do things better, and it goes from if you have a bigger budget or no budget, and I have a solution for you. So stay tuned, and let me introduce our fabulous panel. From my left, Anka Yanku, and then the guy make money from the hospital bed. That's his slogan. And Andre Numek, and striking beauty, Ella Claassen, and Alan Passa, and Juan Flores. And we have a couple other people coming in, and you want to stay tuned, because people are coming on later on, and also our panel right now is going to give you a lot of value. And today I actually think it's one of the most important hangout I've ever done, because this is one key element could change your business. So let's start from Anka, and tell us about yourself.
Hello, how are you, everybody? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing fantastic. A little bit about myself. I'm with Big Idea Mastermind from February. Extremely proud to be here. And my journey, it's been interesting. I said it again, but I'm going to keep it short this time. Work in sales before. I've been an attorney, a little bit of, mix of everything, sales and beauty, and by the end of the day, working with people. But I knew it's more to do. Because I used to work with people again, and I serve others, and I knew I can make a bigger impact if I embrace a career, which is the online world, the internet marketing world. It's exactly what I did, and I'm with Big Idea Mastermind. I'm here for big things. I'm here to learn, and then to show others my knowledge. So extremely happy to be here. And I invite you, everybody that's listening right now, to come along with us in the journey, because if we can do it, we can do it too. So enough said. I get back to you, Audrey.
Okay. Well, today you're brief.
Brief
Very
today,
short.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
It's like short and sweet, and let's get to
Yeah.
the point.
There you go.
Yes. It's gonna be really good. I'll come back to you a little bit. Andre, you are on.
Hey, at first, I just want to ask, what do you think about this Hangout 10K challenge?
It's amazing.
And Ella, you were amazing. You're just phenomenal.
Thank
I
you.
love
Thank you.
it.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
yes.
it.
Great Hangout. Absolutely.
Yes.
And
Definitely.
I hope it will, boost your business as well.
Yes.
It already does.
Okay, that's great. That's awesome.
It's been
That's
awesome.
But anyway, my name is Ander Norvik from Europe, Estonia, really little country, less than about 1.2 million people living here only. But I started, yes, like Audrey said, I started on a hospital bed my internet marketing business, and I joined with Biggie Mastermind on hospital bed as well. And I mean, the 2013, it has been absolutely amazing journey with all those people on this panel, and then many more. I have learned so much, and we're just getting started here. And people who are watching this Hangout right now, it's really hard to say, really only with few words. What this industry, and especially this community here, Big ID Mastermind, can do for you if you really take this stuff seriously, and you're ready to work on your goals and your dreams. So I'm not going to waste any more time, and I'm done for now.
Wow, everybody want to get on the subject today, huh? It's really
Of
short.
course.
Yeah. Ella, you are on. You're absolutely amazing in the Hangout, and
Thank you.
be part of history must be amazing. The biggest Hangout ever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just feel so blessed that Vic invited me to be on the panel on that biggest hangout that we ever had.
Yeah.
It was like a dream come true for me. That's for sure.
Yes.
Even yesterday, I was like, I can't believe it just happened. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm just super blessed and excited
You
for
have been
that.
doing
And
really well. Your business has been doing really well.
yeah, it's going into momentum right now, and it's been a fun ride. That's what I would say. And I'm very, very excited for that. Very excited. For the future, especially with this ENV2 launch that's going to be going on. It's amazing. Whoever I share it with, even though we don't really have any like professional videos yet, just the videos on YouTube about it, from the Denver event.
Yes.
And I just send it to people so they would watch about it. They are just blown away by it. So everybody's just like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Just because it's so simple, it's a simple blogging system that is like how some people call it grandma proof, So it's, I don't know, it's just anybody can use it, anybody can blog now, anybody can have their own website. So I'm just super excited for the launch. And well, my quick story is I've been online for 6 years, and I've learned everything that there is to know about technical things, and I was not successful. And then I'm like, okay, what's going on? Why? I know a lot of things, more than a lot of people don't know, but they're making money online. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I make money? Even though I have the knowledge, I can build websites, can do anything. But then I learned that you really have to get a mentor and really follow that mentor and do everything they say. And you don't need to know any of the technical things at all. As long as you have your mentor you have the right mindset, you know, that drive to succeed, determination, you will make it happen. And you know, of course, you gotta have the system, you know, that works, a proven system that works, and a irresistible offer to promote. So that's what you need to be successful, and you don't need to know any of the technical things. So, but it's you know, as soon as I got introduced to Vic, that's when I'm like, okay, this guy is gonna be my mentor. You know, that's when I started following him. I started doing everything he was teaching us on the videos, and joined the Big Idea Mastermind, and that's when I got successful. That's when I had my breakthrough financially. So I'm super excited to be on this journey, to be a part of such a wonderful community here. And I love providing value from the things that I learned. You know, I love just sharing it with people. And that's my biggest passion, is to help people succeed and get their breakthroughs online. So that's my quick story. And I'm super excited for this topic. I saw Anka's post, actually, on Facebook about it, about retargeting. You know, I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta be on it. Like, just because when I was going through High Traffic Academy videos, and there's the advanced training about retargeting that Vic does. When I saw that video, I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I just fell in love with that strategy.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. You know, I just like to do like sneaky things online, you know. Kind of like, I mean, it's all legal and everything, but it's not something that an average person would do, you know. It's not something that anybody would know how to do. So I like more advanced things. So I'm super excited and passionate about this topic, and I have a lot of things to share with you guys about it. So I'm excited for today.
Definitely. I think it's all about thinking yourself running a corporate. That's going to take you to the top. And in order to do that, you cannot just say, I'm a two hands, one head person. You have to think about how to maximize your effort. And this is what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, it's all about leverage.
Yes.
And time freedom.
Yes.
Ellen, it's
So
your
true.
turn.
Alrighty. My name is Ellen Prasad, and let me see, I've been online, I'd say, see, less than a year. I mean, I've been looking and trying to figure it out because, a lot of people don't know. I used to have my real estate license. I've done a lot of in real estate. I used to have my license to do insurances. And of course, what I went to school for is nursing. But I've always been someone who's always looking at, some things. Like, I've always known that there's something better out there. Because, yes, nurses, we can work hard and make a lot of money. And a lot of people don't realize I've made more than a lot of doctors. But a lot of people don't realize that. It's like, you work, you make money. But it's just like one of my friends, she emailed me the other way, 2 days ago on Facebook. And she goes, okay, Ellen, tell me what you're doing. Because she's like, I work so much. I see like 50 patients. And it's like, I know all about that. I know all about what it's like to work hard and have absolutely no time. You feel exhausted. You have no time for your grandkids, your kids, yourself, your husband. And you wonder why your husband is going somewhere else. Well, you're not there. See, the thing is that we have to make choices. A lot of times we think that's the only solution. The only solution is to work hard, work hard, work hard. But this community, this amazing thing that Vic has created, has brought all of us who have, how would we have ever known each other except through the Big Idea Mastermind? It's like he has created not only a family, a community, but he has created something where every single person can live their dreams. Can you imagine what if you could just, think about that. It's like, think about what if you could. But guess what? it doesn't even have to be an if, it can actually be a reality. And that's what Vic has created for us, where we can actually live our dreams. Every single one of you watching, every single person on this panel. It's like, I'll be honest with you, what in the world did I know about the computer? It's like, I had to go ask my kids to do everything. It's like, okay, honey, I say, okay, can you set, as a matter of fact, my Facebook, I'm not the one who set it up. I didn't know how. So I didn't know anything. So if I can do it, let me tell you, you can. And some of you know way more than I do, because the way the system has been built is that you can know every single, it's like he teaches you, it's like, okay, this is, it's not like you have to have a PhD even. You just need to have a brain, that's all. If you have a brain, you can follow, you can hear, you can listen, you can do it. It's that simple, because every day you have you know what to do. So when you know what to do, you just follow. Like Ella said, you have a mentor, you follow your mentor. Because a lot of us think we know better. If you knew better, you wouldn't be where you are. So listen to someone who's been where you are, who has way more than you thought you could ever have in your whole lifetime. And that's what he makes in 1 month. So listen to people who know. And at the Hush Hush Secrets of the Success of the Ultra Wealthy, Vic talked about retargeting. And that is so important, because a lot of people don't know how to retarget, number one. And I've made a video about it. And really, if you want to know, you need to be part of this community, because let me tell you, Vic, like Ella said, and the High Traffic Academy, he goes over it step by step. And it's kind of like, if you really want to be on the inside, that's how you make the real money. It's like, yes, you can make $10, you can make $20. Yeah, but we're talking about real money, where you are on a beach making money. And that's how, and that's what retargeting is all about. Because if you want conversions to double, triple, you need to be retargeting. All righty then.
It sounds good. Yes. We'll cover all this today. We'll give you a lot of tools today, so it's up to you how to use it. Juan.
Hello, guys. My name is Juan Flores, and I'm originally from a beautiful country in the coastal in the Caribbean, Colombia. I come from the northern coast. I'm an immigrant to the United States, and that's where I was raised. Not a lot of you know this about me, but I actually worked hard to apply to a lot of scholarships and win over money to go to college, because at the time my family was going through some financial condition that they were not able to pay for me. So I had to do it on my own. I basically did all I had to do in high school, because I was in pursuit of this American dream, and what I thought to be a job. And here I am. I finished college, and I went into grad school, finished grad school, and I was the lucky one of the lucky ones who among I'd say thousands to have got a job. But when I actually started working, I realized that I was just spinning in a wheel. That what I thought about the American dream wasn't actually gonna be realizable if I just kept on doing the same thing, because it's somehow I wasn't lied to. I never think I was lied to. I was just misinformed, right? That I thought that to reach from go from point A to point B, you had to work a lot. Well, what I came to find out is that most of the people who succeed, it takes them more than working hard, and work hard. The streets are filled with thousands of people who work hard, and that's when I just looked at my situation, and I just decided to do an about face, 180 degrees, and after quitting my job, I just didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew that something out there was what's gonna be for me, that I was gonna find something better. And I came across this team, Big Idea Mastermind and a Power Network. And that's when I saw this video of this guy, Vic Streisels. And then I asked myself, is this, could this be? Is this the real deal? Because I, like some of you, I had no experience whatsoever online, zero experience. I didn't know what a link was, to be honest, how to create a blog or a website. I didn't know any of that. And the reality is that you don't have to know, because everything's not here, everything's laid out for you. What you need is the will to do it. That's it. And I just finished day 8 today. We're doing the 30 days to 10K program, and it's just the best thing that's ever happened to me. What I just went through today already paid for that program 5 times, because I could literally use this information and I could apply it to anything out there, anything, and I could make whatever I want. That's how powerful this is. With that said, not to be here, I'll pass it on.
Yeah, I came from. I rarely talk about this. I actually came from a broadcasting background, and I also create mobile game. So what I learned today, eventually when time is right, I am going to apply back to creating mobile games and apps for mobile platform. So this is just a bridge. Not only this will make you money, but will take you to even bigger dreams in the future. And I see myself become a mogul in a couple of different areas. So you might see my face everywhere someday. But it all starts from today. So today, business is going to be transformed with the information we are going to give it to you. So let's start with the start with the retargeting, because I think all of us are really our minds are on that. What retargeting is that whatever campaign you are doing, basically online marketing is that you want to direct people to your pages. It could be a URL, it could be a website, or it could be a landing page, but basically you want to drive traffic toward there. But the traditional way is that people, no matter it's free marketing or paid marketing, they drive traffic there and then left it there. So people, if they don't opt in their email, they're gone forever. But retargeting is a high-tech way of doing things. What it does is that it tracks the either IP address or cookies on whoever saw your website, and you can decide how long you are going to follow this person. And so that's what retargeting. What it does is that computer will remember this person has seen your ad, and then within the certain period of time you designate to follow them, then wherever they go on the web, they will see your ad following them around. I want to ask you, have you go online shopping before, like maybe Macy's.com or Sears.com, and then you go on to website later on, and or maybe you go on to a clothing store like Mango's or other clothing store, but then when you go online days later or moments later, you see the display of that company. For example, the clothing, they will see the display of a clothing like a slideshow and asking you to go on their sales, because you are being retargeted. Your data has been stored in their customer database. So wherever you go, they know what you like, and they want to send you what you want to buy. for next time. So that's the power of retargeting. And if you flash back your memory, how many times you end up buying more stuff or go back to their website, and that's the power. Frederick just came on, joined us, and Frederick is a heavyweight in this part, and we're going to learn so much from him today too. So I'm going to pass on to Frederick and let him introduce himself a little bit.
Okay, hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right, well, Audrey, always a pleasure, and it's great to be here again, guys. I
Yes.
just came back. Yeah, I've been out walking in the city. It's a beautiful city here in New York these days, where I'm located. And I
Yes.
actually just got out and bought myself a huge whiteboard. I'm gonna set up a little video studio so I can start doing some training videos for my team.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. Well, quick story about myself. I've been in the game for around 12 years. Originally from Denmark, Copenhagen. Came to New York City 3.5 years ago to be with the girl who's my wife today. I run my own online company here in the US, which is an affiliate network that we have been running the past 3 years. And I have roughly around 400 to 500 individual affiliates across over the world, representing 200 to 300 different products. I entered the Big Idea Mastermind back in the beginning of December, and just been learning a lot of online stuff every single day. I've always been managing other people, but now I'm start managing myself, learning all the tricks, being my own affiliate, trying to put my own strategies into action and see how I can utilize that in the Big Idea Mastermind.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Frederick, since you are on, we actually just about to start our topic. Today is all about retargeting, tracking, and split testing. I have a few tools that to share for retargeting, and I'm sure you have a lot to say also. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Well, you can start. It's easy for me just to chime in and then hear a little bit about like what your thoughts are, and then I can come in and give a little bit of my knowledge. I have a few tools that I'm using today, and have had some good success.
Okay.
So bring it out. And again, great to be here, guys. It's good to see all your faces. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm so happy to have a Royalty TV. We have created a community that help each other succeed. So really happy about that. So okay, there are 3 tools, and one tool that Vic Streisers gave us for retargeting, and one is a Site Scout. But I'm also going to give out 2 retargeting software company. One is called AdRoll, which is in San Francisco, and my friend is a manager there. So I heard a lot of good things about it. And another one is called
ad retargeting.
It's called Perfect Audience. Perfect Audience. So let me go into it one by one, and then what I would do is that I will ask the panel how you think, but let me compare one by one a little bit. Later on I'll do a little bit screen share, but so right now I want to just give a general first. Site Scout wise, I'm not so familiar with Site Scout, but I know it will require $500 deposit for the ad. And Site Scout is pretty big and highly recommended by a lot of company. And I know Site Scout is not as strict in what you are promoting. And so, however, myself, I actually think that I don't over concern about this criteria, because it depends on how your campaign is set up. For me, I don't think I want to send my direct promotion to retargeting. Instead, I'm going to go a little bit detour. And with that said, I'll send a safer offer to the retargeting campaign first, which is guaranteed going to be approved. So with that said, and so SiteScout, however, SiteScout, correct me if I'm wrong, panelists, because I'm not quite familiar with SiteScout, but I know SiteScout doesn't retarget Facebook, which is kind of pity because Facebook actually is the number one search engine and also over 1 billion users. And if you don't retarget Facebook, it's a shame because a lot of time I go on by other things is because I got retargeted in Facebook because it's always on the right side panel. You know, so if you
I have a not a solution. I have an information. It's called Facebook actually helps you to do retargeting.
Yes.
It's called Facebook Exchange.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so you can use that.
I kind of saw that when I'm placing ad and there's a retargeting.
Yeah.
Have you used it?
Not yet, but I'm kind of study about it. Doesn't look too complicated, but you definitely have to follow the steps. I mean, like to put the right kind of. You have to put a very good content, and they go by like, sharing, comments. You know, like for example, you put a blog post, and it goes viral. And this is the way, like, on the main thing that they use is the newsfeed. The way that you actually get people to see your content, it's in the newsfeed. This is the new platform of Facebook Exchange. So pretty much you put a very good, like a video or good blog post.
Yeah.
And you use Facebook Exchange to get customer into. That's the new platform, because before I think was on the right sidebar.
Yes. So right now it's on the
newsfeed. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that and I haven't tried it yet.
Me neither. I didn't try it yet.
Yeah, I'm all about Facebook right now. I'm trying to master it.
I can say some things about SiteScout. I personally use it right now, and I love it. I think it's true that they don't do it like they don't retarget Facebook, but I had so many people like message me and they're like, "Are you doing retargeting?" You know, I'm like, "Yeah. Where did you see my banner?" And they're like, this one guy is like, "Oh, I was just looking at some guns or something, like some kind of website with guns, and saw my banner there." And I know I get clicks there. I get a lot of clicks, and they're cheap. They're very cheap. So so far I've had a good experience with SiteScout. I haven't tried any other retargeters yet. I would love to try AdRoll. Just because for that reason that you said that they what attracted me to AdRoll is that they actually retarget in the news feed. So whenever you know somebody is on Facebook and they see it like right on their news feed, not only on the right hand side, you know. So that's the reason why I want to try AdRoll next, because I wanted to set up a campaign on there, but they are pretty strict in their rules, like what you are promoting. So you do have to create kind of like a detour, you know, some kind of funnel to be able to actually use AdRoll. But I'm excited to try it because of the newsfeed part, like the newsfeed retargeter that they have. And it's a great company. I've heard a lot of great things about them. So.
I'm actually actually blocks away from AdRoll because I'm San Francisco, so a lot of companies from here, and I heard great things about it because I have friends were there as a manager, and AdRoll actually offer you three options. Two out of three are Facebook, and they give you two options for the Facebook retargeting. And so I think one is on the right side, or the other one is newsfeed. So I have to dig more into it. And what I like about it is the user friendliness, how easy to use, and they it's basically it's just very simple. It basically just click buttons here and there, and then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Arrow, I think I like Arrow more, but again I haven't got deep right into it, so I don't want to put preference. And then I have another solution called Perfect Audience.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect Audience is a solution for Arrow. So earlier we had Go from Site Scout, but doesn't have a Facebook retargeting than Arrow. But Arrow is strict in the criteria they are going to accept. However, Perfect Audience bypass all that problem, and it's very user friendly also, and it retarget also Facebook, and they actually specialize in retargeting in Facebook and also website also, but they specialize in retargeting Facebook. And what I like about AdRoad and Perfect Audience is that they have you can start with a free trial for like 2 weeks or something, no money required. And
Coco, decidi.
you just spend you just spend as much as you want on your campaign and no other fees. And I think it's perfect way to get your feet wet. And if you want to just give it a try, because like I said, you know, right now I'm trying to find out ways to do things either free or very inexpensive, because you know I think managing risk is also very important in our business, especially if you don't have a lot of money to start with. You don't want to dig a big hole and get into a bad situation before you know what you are doing. If you can get your feet wet without any money invested, why not? It's free, right? So and whatever your final choice, you can leave that when you know exactly what you are doing. So Perfect Audience and Arrow has that options, and so you can give that a try. And so that's retargeting. So I want to ask our panel a little bit more. Andre, did you do retargeting so far?
Nope, I haven't used it all so far.
No. Yeah.
So basically, I don't have any experience with the retargeting so far.
Yeah. So so far but you have done like tracking and split testing, right?
Yeah, sure. Because I'm creating my own custom landing pages all the time, and I'm testing different landing pages. And I know already that I'm using lots of solo ads, and it's I mean, when I'm tracking, for example, two new landing pages, and you're using solo ads, it's really important that you're testing, with the same traffic source, because solo ad sellers, the traffic is so different sometimes, and you just have to just with the same solo seller. I have for me it has worked really well that way. But I mean, bigger mastermind members, everybody has the tracker 1 to 3. It's I don't know any easiest way to split test. So it's really easy.
It's good.
For landing pages, I'm using so far InstaBuilder is super simple to build your custom landing pages, and then of course, again, TD Mastermind members, everybody have the what was the name? Easy Landing Page Pro.
Yes.
I mean, there are so many really easy to use tools you can create your own landing page, and I believe it's quite important to have your own landing page.
Yeah, we're going to dive into split testing and tracking a little bit later on. So I would like to get your takes on that a little bit more, and we're going to find out what's the better way to do tracking and split testing also. But Frederick, how about you said you have some resources you want to share for retargeting? So
yeah, Site Scout is great because I think like they're probably one of the biggest out there that have the most data centers attached to them. So you can really target like a huge audience through Site Scout. They have so many different functions in there, so it can easily get a little bit overwhelmed, especially if you are new to retargeting. So I would go into Site Scout, definitely just focus on one thing you want to start out with first, and just focus on that, and then jump into some of the other areas after. I've been using a lot of my time in a company called ClickCertain. ClickCertain.com. It's $150 a month to have access to it, and it's ClickCertain is built by an old affiliate online marketeer that knows a lot when it comes to retargeting. So he simply built his own tracking system, and went out and talked to a lot of data providers that he had been testing in the past, and then he just provided all these data providers into ClickCertain. I've been using ClickCertain a lot when it comes to real-time bidding. Real-time bidding can be a little bit tough, especially when you talk about the direct selling segment that we are in. It requires a lot of testings because you're spreading your banners out to left and right, and that's why it's good for retargeting. But what I use the retargeting for, in relation to my the Big Idea Mastermind, is I use it a lot for my blogs. So, for example, every time I write a blog post on a specific topic, then I put a cookie on that blog post, and then I go out and place a couple of ads, like text ads, on different places. So the people that clicks on that text ad that have a direct relation to my blog post, I after that go in and retarget those people. So to specify that, when you do a blog post, I always do soft selling in my posts. I never do any hard selling in anything I do. I always relate it to some kind of story that can relate to people in their life. So that story always splits into a service that they can get covered within the Big Idea Mastermind. So the people that don't click on the link that is in the bottom of my blog post, those people that don't land on my landing page, I'm not retargeting those people. So meaning I'm only retargeting those people that just read my blog post without clicking into my opt-in page, if that makes sense. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you put them to your blog post, what's your next? Where do you take them to next?
So for example, I just do a blog post. I write about, for example, yesterday, one of my people, Peter, he actually got his first sale. He's been fighting for it for a long time. So I wanted to make a blog post about his sale, because it relates to, a lot of people, they go into the online world and they just end up stopping because they just don't have enough patience. They stop right before they get that last sale. So it's a lot of perseverance. It's a lot of, you have to do the same thing over and over again. So like, wow, I'm going to make a blog post about that. And then I can take that blog post on 7 Search, for example, where you can get dirt cheap clicks. Make an ad saying, hey, what does it require to get a sale online? Just a quick example. So those people that click on that ad land on my blog post, read the blog post, and if they get inspired and can see the meaning of my post, they're going to click on the link I have in the bottom of my blog post that links into my opt-in page.
Yes.
And those people that don't click on that link, I'm going to retarget those people because they already clicked on my ad one time. So I already filtered those people once.
So do you so when the two different people, one is that they click on your link, do you put a condition to separate them? So one doesn't click on it, one click. Do you?
Yeah. So the next step would be those people that click on the link that lands on the opt-in page. So a portion of those people are going to go through my landing page and opt in to my list or to whatever it is, and land on a sales page. But so I'm retargeting those people that didn't opt in on my landing page just with another message. And then
Yes.
again, the people that opted in but didn't buy the product, I can go in and then retarget them again with a third message. So I'm constantly filtering people through the process with messages on the page they saw but never went to the next one.
Here's a little bit side topic, but I want to throw in there. Do you throw in OTO during this process?
What do you mean?
What I mean is that a one-time offer, which is not direct connect
Well,
to.
Yeah, so what I've been doing is, we have created our own Big Idea Mastermind class. We call it BIM class, and our focus is these days to just build up our own products, like easy understanding products. So we're using those products to get people into our class, and then when they're in our class, we can upsell them with the Big Idea Mastermind or Empower Network, because the product we got them into, they can always use that system to enhance their leads within the Empower Network.
Yes. That sounds really good.
So, for example, I'm working, my partner Michael, that some of you guys have met, he's working on his fast track Facebook thing. And I'm actually going to come out with, because I'm a big, I want to be a content writer. I want to be like an author, like a writer one day. So I'm practicing a lot on that. English is my second language. So I'm writing a blog post Monday to Friday. I have a very specific system I'm doing. I'm always soft selling, but what a blog post, always remember that can be used to so many different things. One blog post is a video, a podcast, a PDF. It can be a part of that can be related to a Facebook post. Can be, so you're learning a lot of that through the process. So I'm developing my own blogging email selling system that's going to lead into, when you've done enough blog posts, you have enough content to build your sales funnel, because then you have found yourself within the first blog post. You found your own voice, your ads online. Focus on that, build your sales funnel, and then in the end, we want to teach you how you can send traffic to that. And then you have your own product, and then on the back end, you're going to upsell the Empower Network. So I'm using that to get people into my funnel, and then on the back end, the Empower Network comes out, because then I can also start promoting on Google, for example. I can use Google AdWords, because Google AdWords, they're super tough when it comes to, these home business opportunities.
Yes. Yes. And back to the software of
So quick tip as well. Another, for the people that don't have a lot of money, they want to utilize the retargeting. Use, I said 7 search. It's great, cheap clicks. You can go in for, 10, 15, 20 bucks. You can get hundreds of clicks. It's not always the best quality, but it's actually pretty decent when you do use the retargeting. But then also use PPV. There is different pay-per-view. There's different portals out there. Media traffic is probably the one that is in the bottom. You can get access to media traffic for $50, which is going to go back into your media spend. Then we have lead impact, which is just a level higher on the quality, which is $200 a month. $200 to get access to, which is also going to go back into your spend. And then we have, the heavy guy in the business, traffic vans, which is $1,000 to get access to.
Yes.
But what I'm using those guys for is I'm building up a quick PPV 800 times 600 pixels banner, one that have one clear message. So when people see that, they click on it, land on my landing page on my blog. Again, super cheap clicks and views you get there. I put a cookie on my 800 times 600 banner landing page. So when the people that clicks on that, they are getting cookies, and you can get a cookie for 2-3 cents.
Could you put you mean the traffic events and the other two on the chat, because I'm not sure I catch.
Let me see here. Traffic van. So media traffic.
Is so expensive.
Media. Yeah. So if anyone wants to get into the traffic vans, like you need a referral to get into traffic vans. So and I can tell that the traffic in there is fantastic. So if you know how to master the PPV, if you don't know how to master PPV, start with some of the other ones: traffic, media traffic, and lead impacts. And then when you have learned to convert that traffic, then go into traffic vans, because man, that traffic is really good.
I actually use traffic vans to retarget URLs, but I paused that because you kind of have to know what you're doing there. But I was just wondering, Frederick, so the only thing that you use traffic vans for is that banner clicks, right? Like the banner.
Yeah, because think about it. So when is the people's gonna see your page? You know, so people have to download a toolbar to see your page. So they have to download the toolbar, and then they're gonna search in the toolbar for something. You know, so they in the top of their URL there's this toolbar and say, hey, I'm searching for whatever home business, and then boom, your page comes up. So you only have people's attention for a couple seconds. I'll even say 1 to 3 second max. So if you have a landing page to land on where they are searching for something, and then boom, they see something else where they're like, whoa, what is all this? So if you can make just a banner with one clear message, nothing fancy at all, just one saying, boom, like click right here because of whatever you're going to relate it into, it's going to give you a much higher effects.
What is the size of the banner that you usually use?
I mean, 800 times 600.
800, okay.
Times 600, yeah.
That's a pretty big size.
It is a big size. It is a big size because when it comes up, it almost pops up as a pop-up window of the search, you know, the page. So if you have something that is like, wow, I'm in your face, people are going to be like, wow. It could even, you know, I haven't tested this out yet, but I want to have like, you know, do you dare to take the red or blue pill? You know, like something. It could even be a big question mark. Do not click. You know, something where people are going to be like, what is this? You know, I have to check this out. Yeah.
Usually use the do not click, do not share this.
Something. Yeah. Do not click. Big virus. I guarantee you're gonna get a big click-through rate because people are gonna click on it anyway.
Yeah, I'm curious. So the size-wise, do they charge by different size?
No, it's the same. Yeah. The different ones, media traffic, I think got like I haven't used. It's been a while since I used them. They got a little different size. So I'm using Anka, you know this. I'm using something called the RTB experiments, and FPortal is one of my buddy Corey, and he has a lot of great tools in there, like an easy, you know, PPV tool, like spy tools. So I also go in and spy on other people and see what they do. And then I try to make something similar. So PPV, I use dirt cheap clicks just to build up all my cookies, and then, you know, I'm just using that. It could be to my blog post, it can be to, you know, opt-in page or sales page, and I'm just testing out all these different things. But if you're using PPV, sending it directly to something that where people have to buy in right away, it's not going to work. You know, it has to be into like a opt-in or where they get a free gift or something like that.
Yes. Yeah. With the free gifts,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Last thing, I just wrote down a few things. Also, I don't know if people know this. If they go in and do retargeting on the platforms, a really good tip is always buy below default. Always buy below default. Like never do above default, because imagine for yourself, you're on a website. What are you doing? Are you only staying above, or are people going in and then scroll down because they want to see the entire content fast? So what happens when people go in and they scroll down and they see an article or something that is interesting, they're going to be on that frame. And if your banner is right there, well, that banner is going to get a lot of attention. And the good thing is, clicks is usually cheaper below default than it is above default, because people are like, wow, you're going to get your banner placed right there with people in. Like yeah, maybe, you know, that was good back in the days, but today, people just scroll down. You know, that's the reason why also in your emails you're always going to put in a PS or PPS, you know, and that's the reason why that works so well, because people just scroll through your email. They want to see, okay, what is all this? How long is it? How much time do I need to spend on this? And the same mindset is on the website. So below default, the clicks is cheaper and the effect is higher.
I'm just loving this hangout. This is going to be so good. We are giving so much value. Whoever's watching is lucky. So with the retargeting wise, that it's a really good concept, because, you know, a lot of time people hesitate to put email, but with this we bypass that problem, because they're being retargeted as long as they see the ad.
Yeah. And go in a split test, as you said. For example, it's whenever a campaign you put up, like always do minimum 2 of each. Like it never put just one campaign up, like never, because you have to have some data to compare with. Otherwise, you never know why it didn't work, and then in reality you waste some money. Like when you're going to put up one campaign, that first campaign, well, you're not going to get the result you're looking for, because it's it's a learning process as anything else. So the same with PPV, always put up 2 campaigns. When you make one banner, just make another one with a little bit different message and try to send it into the same landing page to see which of those 2 that gets the highest click-through rate. The one that wins, you're going to replace that with another one.
Yeah, really, yes. That would actually bridge us over to the split testing and tracking. But before that, then I'll get back to you, Frederick. Don't go
Yeah,
away.
I'm going to take some water here and
don't go away.
I'm right here.
Juan, I know you have been doing Site Scout, right? Have you been doing?
Yeah, I started doing Site Scout and retargeting my Beam landing page, and I'm still running it in the background. I'm running it for, I get an update every now and then. But as I drive more traffic to my campaigns, I'm gonna be adding Site Scout retargeting to my landing pages. Now, what I'm doing is I'm building 2 to 3 landing pages per campaign. So I know, so I start studying more what entices people to click more to enter the email, and that way I don't put all my eggs in one basket at the same time. So let's say for just one banner ad, just this one banner, I created 3 landing pages and I put them on the split. I'm using tracker 1, 2, 3. I just run them simultaneously, and then I'm able to analyze, depending on how many clicks each one landing page got and how many opt-ins, which landing page is working better, and I think that'll help me figure out why, since I'm going to be comparing them. And at the same time, once I add the Site Scout retargeting to each landing page, those people who saw one of my landing pages, one of my website, and clicked out and didn't opt in, I'll be able to retarget them as well. That's my approach.
Ellen, do you have anything to add on for retargeting before we move on to tracking and split testing?
No, basically at the Hush Hush in Las Vegas, the Secrets of the Ultra Wealthy, Vic was very clear about basically any campaign that you do, and I mean it doesn't even have to do only with the different methods that we talked about online right now, but it also, like if you're doing a solo ad, you should have your capture page, it should have a cookie in it, so you should have the pixel in there, so then that way when they click, you also reach basically any campaign. Basically, one of the tips that he had said to double your conversion is retargeting. If you want to double your conversion, you have to retarget. You have to retarget everything. Every campaign that you do needs to be retargeted, because it's kind of like you're leaving food on the table when you don't do that. Because if somebody likes, because it's just like Frederick said, people are easily distracted. So it's like, let's say you have 1-2 seconds to get their attention. So like, let's say they read your solo ad and somebody walked in. So next thing, they never even saw you. So now, even though they opened it, you didn't get them, because next thing they deleted your message. So everything you do. So it's just like I thought it was really valuable, the 2 companies that you talked about, because he mentioned AdRoll also, and also he also talked about adretargeting.com, which is also another way of retargeting. But ad retargeting is just like Site Scout. You have to do a $500, unlike which AdRoll and which other one did you say?
The perfect audience.
Perfect audience. You can have a few, maybe a week or so or 2 to do it for free,
2
which
weeks.
will help a lot of people who are on a tight budget or don't really have the budget to really put 500 down at this time. But definitely, I mean, in conjunction with everybody that spoke, retargeting is the way to go. You have to do it if you want to double your conversions. It's just that simple, because
Yeah.
that was one of the key things that Vic talked about.
I actually, that's the reason I created Royalty TV, to help people who are the 98% people, you know. So I am researching the low budget methods, and
That's
that
great.
I want that to be my specialty. Not that I don't have money, but I think I want to help people to not to be intimidated.
Yes,
And,
yes.
you know,
No,
I
it can
think
be.
you don't want to stop yourself. So that's
Sure.
what I'm researching, and I'm actually building a pretty good methods right now. I'm testing out. Once I succeed, I'll pass it on for whoever feel that they don't have quite a lot of resources yet, and it will
A
be
quick
free.
thing there, Ellen, you're
Yes.
so right in that. Like a quick thing also on a webinar also here the other day, and a couple like Australian guys that are making 500,000-600,000 on like single websites, and then one of their advice, one of the things they do is they go out and of course you said, Ellen, you know, they retarget every single thing they do, but instead of like put all your thing in one basket, go out and then pick 10, 15, maybe it sounds like a lot, but 10, 15 different traffic sources,
Yes.
and you just get like small pocket of traffic from each.
Yes.
But then you send all these small pockets of traffic, maybe get like 5 clicks there one day, get 10 clicks there the next day, and so on. But all these small pockets give you all these different clicks every single day, and that together actually brings a lot of high quality to your landing page. At the same time, you're gonna test out so many different traffic sources at once, instead of saying, oh, now I'm just gonna put my money into one source over here, then go in and use 7 search. You can use, you know, Craigslist. You can use, you know, Facebook. Some of these sources that is cheap, that you can get started for a few dollars, instead of just saying, oh, now I'm gonna do only Site Scout for $500. Just a small pocket of traffic into the same, so you can test a lot. So yeah.
Frederick,
Yeah.
it's so funny that you said that, because that's exactly what, as a matter of fact, there was a formula that was spoken about. And the first one is finding your traffic sources, then you retarget, then it's like if you have people who are in your opt-in and that haven't signed up,
Exactly.
or just, you know, just give them a call. And then the fourth thing that he said, of course, you have to be a diamond. So that was
Yeah.
very key what you said that about the traffic, because a lot of people, it's like they just go to one thing and then it's like, oh, that doesn't work. And then, you know, it's like, you know, spread your wings out a little bit, find different things, and that's how you're going to really find something that works.
Exactly.
And that's,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even
And
like
also,
oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
yeah, also I would definitely encourage everyone to track every source
Oh, yeah.
that they're using,
You have
because
to.
if they're not
Totally.
tracking, they don't know where, you know, where the
Yeah.
results are coming from. So that's very important, is to track.
Oh, yeah.
You
Since
know,
we
I
all
like
that, yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to add something. You know what Ella says. When I first started, right, you know, a few months ago, I didn't really know what I was doing until I watched the video and the trainings, and I was just driving traffic constantly, and I was getting a lot of traffic. Little did I know that I wasn't targeted, and so it's important to know, you know, how much traffic you're getting and the kind of conversions you're getting, because here ultimately it's like I equate it, I see it as an oil company, right? An oil company goes out and digs a couple of wells. Now most of the wells usually do not produce, but they have 1 to 3 wells out of 10 that make up for the losses. That's why it's important to track. And like Ellen and Frederick were saying, yeah, that's basically what I'm doing, just adding retargeting to all of my campaigns. You know, that's my approach.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Testing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, like I love to hear like you're saying you're testing like 2, 3 different landing pages. I was just like, that's the way
Yeah.
to go. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just, you know, maybe some people, like for example, some people out there might not resonate with, you know, Big Strides House makes $720,000 in a month, because to them that seems too hard to believe. So what I'm doing, I test like different amounts, like how hundreds of students are making 5,000 monthly within 30 to 60 days, how you can earn $1,760 a week. That's another. It's like getting the same amount, the 5,000 a month, but like putting it in different like instead of month and 5,000, you put it like in different amount per time frame. So
Exactly.
it's like getting the same message out there, but with like different from different viewpoint.
It's the
Yeah.
same as, retargeting is almost the same as, you're gonna blog, because every time you put a blog up, you put up a different message. But if you don't blog, then people don't see your message, and then they, in a way, in the end, they forget you. But if you do it every day, you're constant in people's mind. So the same with retargeting. If you keep retargeting people, well, then you're constantly in people's mind. So it's definitely crucial. Keep it up.
Yes. So
No, I would definitely recommend everyone to blog every day, because it's amazing. I actually had my miracle happen yesterday. Well, it's not really a miracle, but it's I hit my goal that I wanted to hit with my blog, which was getting to less than 100,000 on Alexa rating, getting to less than 100,000 websites in the world. So, and I hit that yesterday. I was
man.
so excited.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when did you come up with your blog, Ella?
Oh, it was only 6 months ago. I was
That's-
surprised. I'm like, I'm not really doing any like SEO or anything like that. I just put out I shoot a video, I put it out, post it in a blog post, write a little bit about it, maybe like 5 sentences, it doesn't have to be long. And that's it. That's what I've been doing. And then send that out to your entire list and make sure they get access to. And it's staying consistent. That's what it is. So all your list
done.
always follows you and reads your blog post, watches your videos, and they get to know you. And yeah, definitely stay consistent on your blog. That's my tip.
Well done. Like a quick, I know it's not so much to do with here, but it's a little bit thought that I've been having. I've been doing a lot of blog posts, and I'm really keeping an eye on the traffic. So I'm also like trying to create a lot of backlinks, some of the, I don't know, you call it the white hat method, because you're forcing traffic that is not natural into your website. And as soon as I start using some of these different, like one of them is Pinkler, as soon as I start using that, I'm pretty positive that my rankings on Google actually went down. So after I stopped using that again, my rankings start going up again. So that's one thing. Again, I don't know if that's the entire truth. I just have an idea that Google always put those people highest up that just are delivering the cleanest content without forcing people to get there, because that's their will. They want to give people the best results as possible when people are searching on the search engines. So yeah, a little sidetrack, but
that sounds good. Yeah, we actually, this is a hard debate, hard topic, as everybody throw a lot of stuff in there.
yeah, it's an interesting. I love the blogging stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that brings us to tracking and retargeting. I know that people doing tracking kind of a organic way, but I actually heard there is a better way to do tracking, but I don't know what that is. I actually heard Michael talk about it a little bit yesterday, because I was in his webinar yesterday, and so I'm actually going to ask Frederick. Do you know what is better way to do tracking?
Well, when you say tracking, like so when you track, it also depends on. Well, it's I don't know quite like what to say, but the thing is using a tracking platform. We got the 123 tracker, which is a great tracker for all newbies, and it works perfectly. If you want to get into a little more hardcore, well, then there's the CPV lab tracking software. I'm using a software called Hash Offers. which is a software that's like a platform for like you can run your own affiliate platform. That's what we're using today.
Isn't that your product?
Well, no, we're just renting like the affiliate system. So instead of developing our own affiliate tracking system, which will cost us millions of dollars, we're just renting one. It's much easier. But there's one called Prosper 202, proper or prosper202.com, and I'm pretty positive that's free. Let me try to search this for a second here. And it might be the one that Michael talked about yesterday.
What's the difference? Why is it unique?
Yeah, why is that unique? It really depends on like how how precise it is, and the way to figure that out is to know somebody that have been using that platform and try to compare that platform with someone else. For example, Hassoff platform, we saw sometimes that our platform was tracking less than the advertiser tracked. So in reality, if the advertiser wasn't honest enough, we would actually lose money on the table.
Yes.
Because our platform tracked less. So it's really a matter of like how well built that platforms are. Like just right on the top of my mind, the only way to figure that out is ask someone that used it or test it yourself. I know the Prosper 202 is like a self-hosted. I know a lot of affiliates are using that platform to track all that stuff, and it should be pretty solid. Just type it in here.
While you are searching for it, that I think a very important question is, what data are you tracking? Are you tracking per visit, or are you tracking per click? What is the more efficient? What is more important data to track? That's the question. Right. Well, the click is always, I would say, the most important, but it's also, again, depending on, if is it an impression campaign? Then you want to figure out how many impressions you need to get a click, and how many clicks you need to get a sale. If you're only running a click campaign, well, then it's the clicks you're tracking. So I would say it's all components is as important depending on what kind of campaign you're running. Because you always want to calculate down to what is your ad spend compared to what is your return on investment. Yes. So for me, I track I track a lot. I track impressions, clicks, sales. I track like countries, browsers, and I always put in sub IDs into my tracking, so I always know like what my banner message is that I've used in that campaign. For example, if I'm running like a split test of like 10 different banners, in each tracking URL I always put in a sub ID, meaning I can always track what the message of the banner is. So when the click or whatnot comes in the tracking software, I can see what banner that click came from. I see. But with that said, is there a better way to do it, or do you have to set up each tracking ID for each one, or is there a one thing fits all? Good question though. I always set up all my things separately because it just gives. It's a good question though. To be honest, one fits the all. I'm not sure if there is though. Because you have to use, well, you can use well, you could use like one system where you put all the URLs up first, and then you just have a converter that takes like the 1, 2, 3 tracker. You can create one tracking link based on 5 different URLs. Yes. And then you can track it on that, so you can do it that way. Yes. But earlier you said you track impression, you track visit, and track clicks. Yeah. Is there a service to give you all data at once, or do you need to set up different way to do it? The Prosper 202, I would definitely, of my knowledge, a lot of affiliates that I know use that software. It's very precise. It tracks a lot of different things. So I would be glad to investigate more, but just again, top of my head,
It's pretty. I think it's free actually. I think it's free. Yeah.
Or even better.
Yeah. Well, you can go in and donate, but I think it's free. I'm sure they have some kind of upselling in the back end somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure.
as everybody else has when they give out a free. But that's really the software a lot of my affiliates are using it. And when I go in and look into the tracking, I can always see that tracking leads back to the Prosper 202, because you can also go in and like hide your URL. A lot of affiliates don't want to show their network what kind of landing pages they're using, both in good and bad way.
I actually have a one tool that I want to share is Google. Google, I forgot the name. I actually haven't. I just heard it yesterday from a guru. So I'm not completely certain exact name, but I'm sure you can find it easily in Google. It's called Google Optimizer, Campaign Optimizer or something. You'll find it if you type in Google Optimizer something. It's a real-time tracking. It actually displays the real-time activity of your campaign as it is going on. And I don't know if any benefit to track real-time or not, but this might be a good question to ask. Is it beneficial to track real-time? If you know where is the traffic happening at a certain hour, maybe that's the benefit, right? Could that be? Because that way you can now set up your campaign, avoiding the low traffic time and save money, right?
Absolutely. It would be good for like restaurants, like they have special meals during the day.
Happy
That's
hour.
true. Happy hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's tracking, and
But also, I think that would be a good thing to track like the real time. Then you can see, depending on how many levels it goes down. Let's say you can go in and then you can, now it's Google. You can go in and see what sex it is. You can see, wow, now I have like 80% men on my side. Maybe I should do a quick pop-up on the side and say a message I can give out to the males.
yeah,
So if you can see people in real time, you can interact with those people right away.
yeah. I'm going to try that one. It's free. So like I say, I'm developing free campaigns.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
that.
and it will be interesting to see if gender, age, at certain time has a certain pattern or not, and that way will actually might come back and influence how you set up your campaign, your target audience, and at certain time, and even when are you going to send out your email, right? I think that's what I could think of real-time tracking. But I wonder, unless you outsource it, are you going to sit there all day and watch it?
It's a little bit like when people have been X amount of seconds on our website, and then there's this chat bot pops up and say, "Whoops, can I help you with something?"
Yeah.
Because that's also like a real time, so you're interacting with your prospect on the website.
Yeah, or you can set up screen recording and go out, do your thing, record it, and then later on you can fast forward and see what happens.
I personally got the Craigslist tracker just for a month. I was curious to see how good it is. When I did the Craigslist ads for the 30 day to 10K, I said, let me see what's going on in there. And it was interesting to see they have a section where you can see how many, like if a person got on your ad like 2 or 3 times, you can see the visits. And that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So they have a section.
Audrey, Anka, sorry guys, I'm like mixing around the names right now.
Craigslist ad tracker.
All right, cool. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, I love Craigslist because it's so simple and you can set so much stuff out. You can like You know, sometimes you got all these people,
Yeah.
you know, if you have an idea, say, hey, I just want to test something out and see if it works on the phone, you can do that quickly and just to say, hey, will that work in real time? You know,
Yeah.
you can get a
Yeah, and
so
I use
Craigslist tracker.
ad tracker, yes.
I
And
used that once actually, and
yeah, it's pretty cool, you know, especially because I did image ads and I create my own image ads in Photoshop. You know, I said let me pick up a nice, I pick up a woman face, you know, and I put some ad, but really short, you know.
Right.
And then I copy, you know, the HTML code and I pop it up in the Craigslist ad, and then I think like in an hour I said, let me check out the tracking, you know, how it's working. And I saw some people, you know, you can see the same person got visit twice the ad. You can see like that. It's exactly what the guy's saying, the real time. Like I check like after an hour and already a person visit twice my ad.
Right. You're like F5, F5.
Yeah. So that was like, okay, that's interesting to know.
Nice, very cool. I have to check that out.
Yeah.
And another thing I've got, like when we talk about the real-time thing, is a system I'm gonna look into. I haven't tried out yet, but it's called the Crazy Egg, and it's literally like you take like a filter over your website, so you can see exactly how your visitors are engaging on your website or your landing page or whatever it may be. So when people come in, they take the mouse over the side. So this filter is registering all activity on all your websites. So you can really go in and see.
Name?
I'm going to put a Crazy Egg. I'm just going to put it in here.
Crazy Egg?
Crazy Egg.
Wow.
Funny. I thought I heard it wrong.
Oh, God.
But I heard it can change everything because it costs a little bit every month, you know, but it really can give you every single data on your landing page or site where people looking, you know, it's like a heat map. So I'm also been using another one called this is like for videos. Let me see, what is this called?
Ooh, I want that one.
Vistia.
Yeah. All the big guys are using that. And
Put it in there. I don't have that one.
Man, like you can, you know, you can see every single thing. You can even also just say, hey, I want to put up like an email. So when people have to see my video, they have to plug in the email, and then you can populate that into Facebook.
Yeah, I know exactly who's using that. It's so fun that you mentioned.
Yeah, Perry Marshall is using it.
Perry Marshall and David Garland.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you know him, yeah, the Rise to the Top, yeah.
I'm not familiar with the Wistia. What could you explain a little bit?
It's just
Can
like
you guys spell it? Can you spell it?
It's in the chat box.
It is the chat. It's all in the chat right now.
Yeah.
It's a great tool. Man, like you can see, you know, of course, how many people see the video. You can also see how many people have, for how long they've seen the video on average. You know, you can put different messages in. It's a little bit like Empower Network did with their system. This is just more advanced, and you can interact with the social media. So yeah. It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty reasonable. $20 for 10 videos, 20 GBs. That's pretty good.
And great quality, you know, like no lagging, like so it's
awesome.
It's pretty cool.
We're talking about
2-week trial period, so you can try it for 2 weeks for free.
Yep.
Talking about doing things smart way. I mean, today we are talking about really of doing things.
Yeah, because it comes down to track every single thing you do, as you said, Ella, you know, like track every activity you're doing. You know, it's the same when you go to the gym, you know, like remember what you did yesterday. You know, you don't want to do the same exercise, otherwise you're just going to have like one bloated arm.
That's true. Out of proportion.
That's good stuff.
Awesome.
So Frederick, I want to ask you. I remember you talked to me about that you are experimenting like retargeting and in the ad. So far, have you got some data?
Yeah, so I got a little setback because, you know, I don't know, I'm the type of guy that always take the biggest challenge, so I wanna like take over Google.
There you go, you're the man.
But Google is so tough, but if you master Google, everything is a game, you know. And especially when you talk about like if you can go in and you can't promote Big Idea and Power Network directly on Google at all, you know. And if they're gonna shut down your account, you're gonna shut down your account, and then you have to start all over. So I thought that I built like a landing page that is still like where I'm selling, you know, the ideas of how to make money online, but it's not good enough. It's not living up to the expectations. So I'm rebuilding things a little bit up before I'm gonna start the Google. But my idea with Google is that so what you're gonna do is you can start out with you know, you find your keywords. So instead of using Google's keyword tracker, instead of just using keywords, what you want to do is, so this is a big golden nugget for people who don't know this.
Listen up, everybody.
Because again, you know, you want to make sure that you get as relevant keywords as possible. So you can, if you just make money at home, Google's just going to find a lot of keywords to that, and all of them is more or less just the same thing. But you still wanna have one keyword that have like that means the same, just in a different way of saying it. Not like make money from home, make money fast, make money, but it should be like, you know, make money from home. You can I don't have an example, but so anyway, so what you want to do is, instead of taking the keywords, you want to go on Google and type in the keyword, and then you're going to take the landing page, the page that pops up in the search result. You're going to click on that landing page, and you're going to investigate if this landing page, the content of this website, matching 100% the product that you're selling. If it does that, you're going to take that website, and then you're going to plug that into the Google keyword tool. And then you're going to take those keywords that pops up based on that website. And those keywords are the ones you want to plug into your AdWord groups.
But that website is not your website. It's the Google search that you search.
Yeah. So you're using Google's own preferred search, organic search. So you're saying, oh, okay, the website that pops up on this keyword, it pops up there because Google knows that this website is super relevant for the user. Otherwise, they wouldn't place it there, because Google's only way they can survive is to make as much money for people as fast as possible, and the way to do that is to make sure the best possible content is shown to the user as fast as possible. So you want to take this website, and if it matches what you're searching, take that and use the website. You're going to plug the website into the keyword search, and then you're going to use those keywords that pops up there, because those keywords are going to be super targeted to the product that you're looking at.
Very good. Very good.
But
yeah,
now,
and then what I do then is, when I start up a Google campaign, it could also be a Bing. You can also use this method on Facebook or Yahoo or whatever it may be. But then you want to build like 4 ad groups to start out with, and each ad group you're gonna have like 5 to 10 keywords in. That's it. And then you're gonna start just setting up like, you know, a bid price, which is probably a little bit high in the beginning. But then the next day you're going to add 4 more ad groups with 5 to 10 new keywords within each ad group. So the purpose of this is you're going to keep telling Google, because Google, to make money from Google, you want to keep feeding Google with new keywords, so it can constantly go out and find your audience. So all traffic you do in the beginning will always be a little bit higher, because Google is searching for the right traffic, so they're placing your ads all these different places. Does this make sense?
Very much. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
good. But then what the idea is you wanna, Google have its own tracker. So you wanna put your own tracker on your thank you page or your sales page, the page that you want people to get on after they opted in about your product, whatever it may be. So in time, when you keep putting 4 new ad groups on every single day, so you have to do the work. Every single day you want to do this. But then after a month or 2, or how long it's going to take you, Google have searched for the good traffic sources, and then you want to say, okay, now I got like 20 or 30 opt-in or sales based on all these keywords. Now you want to do is you want to tell Google to do this process automatic. because in the process where you keep putting keywords in and get all this data, which will be a little bit high in the beginning, you're telling Google where your clients are. So when Google got enough data, you want to automate that process. So the only thing after that you want to concentrate about is just to fill up your account with money and fill in extra keywords. So Google have enough keywords to go out and find new traffic based on the data it already got. So you're in the beginning, you're probably spending $200 or $300 just to collect the data in from Google. And when you got that data, you're going to automate that process and then say, okay, now Google, now you know how to get my opt-in or sales. Now I want to say you want to use this traffic to optimize my campaign, so I only pay you $1.50 or $2 per lead.
Wow.
So
that's what you were telling me that you're teaching Google.
Yeah, it's a pretty hardcore method, but I'm so stoked about it because it's everything I do is I want to automate everything, you know. So if you can use the biggest machine out there, because Google, again, the only way Google can make money is to provide you with the best quality in the entire world. Because when you do that, you want to spend more money. If you're putting keywords in and Google's not good enough to find the result you're looking for, why would you continue using them? You wouldn't. You would go somewhere else, and then Google failed. They lost a client. But they don't want to do that. Google got so much traffic. It's not the only one out there, but the ones that probably have perfected the search engines the most these days. So if you can automate Google, in other words, when you make Google your slave, you're pretty good standing. Then you can say, okay, now I know that I got my 20, 30 opt-ins. I'm going to tell Google I only want to pay $1.50 per lead. Then it's just a matter of saying, does these leads convert into sales on my backend? If they don't, well, then you have to go back out and then say, now I'm going to correct some of the keywords because maybe the keywords ad groups wasn't targeted enough, or maybe your autoresponder series wasn't good enough, you know.
Yes.
So that's the process that I'm in, and it's also like that's going to be my level 2 in my my first product that I'm going to come out with here soon. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I want to get hands-on on your training.
Well, so on Thursday I'm gonna present because everything we do online today, why is, you know, the way to be successful is also, as Vic and everybody's saying, you know, is write blogs, do videos. It's content and audio, nothing else.
Yes.
If you don't master that, you can't be successful. Yes. So master the basics, the content, start with the blog posts. Figure out how to write blogs, get into the zone of writing your blogs. You know, how can you inspire people through your blogs? Because when you know that, then you automatically put your mind into the right place, and then you know how to communicate with people on Facebook, and you know how to do, you know, your autoresponders and all these different things, and then you know how to go out and find keywords on Google and all these things. So that's why I'm starting with the basic. Say, all right, I got good techniques on how you should get your blogs going. I'm gonna give like examples that how you can use your daily life as inspiration to get other people in. And when you know that, then you can go in and build up your sales funnel and then traffic, you know. So but that's my idea. I want to build like a business in a box, and all the great training you're gonna get from Big Idea Mastermind and Empower Network.
Yes.
Totally.
I heard from a guy in Denver. I met him on the bus, and he actually just joined Big Idea Mastermind, but he is experienced marketer, and just within a day or two, he already signed up several people, and he just joined. And he told me his secret was that when he does ad the PPC, he put thousands of keywords in. Is that a good way to do it? Is that
that's also a way of doing it. You know, I got good experience with this, and I know like a few people, like one guy in Dubai, he's like computer science,
Yes.
And because the method here is then you are constantly like finding all these people out there, like small pockets of traffic, small pockets of targeted traffic. You don't need like thousands of keywords. Well, you can do that to escalate it fast, but I would rather have like a small amount, but the people I get in is super targeted.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a long keyword better? I mean, I keep hearing people say.
Yeah, like I would say 3 to 4 words. I would probably say you can. Well, I mean, even like more, because today, people like doing like a whole novel when they search for something like, like what is the best way to take finding my shoes when I go down and buy my morning coffee at 7-Eleven. That's laser target,
That's true. You probably get how many people are doing that?
Well, yeah,
I do sometimes.
Yeah, well, I try it out, I tested out all these different things, and then even if you just get like 1 click a day on that particular, and man, that click is so targeted.
Yeah, so targeted, yeah.
But then you just have to be very good, and then change the headline into sub-headline, and then come up with a very big problem that that headline they have, and then what you want to do in your email, this is a big one as well, you're going to break stage. And what that I mean, you're just going to tell a story that has nothing to do with your headline and your sub-headline. Nothing at all. But that story going to connect with some people that are going to read it, and then in the end of that story, then you're going to chain that story into your headline and what you start out with, your problem. Because then people are going to be like, wow, I didn't see this connection before at all. I want what this guy has. So that's a very big one.
It's soap opera.
It is, because that's why, I'm emailing every day. That's what I do. I write a blog post. I use that blog post in my email for my autoresponder. And then I send it, and then I test it out. I see how many people open it up. If not enough people open it up, then I use the same email, but with 4 different headlines to see which headline are getting the highest opening rates.
Yeah, go ahead.
I use like obscure, like bizarre headlines, like weird headlines where people are going to be like, what the hell is this? I need to figure that out.
Yeah. I actually study so many people's email, and a lot of them are on this panel.
Right. Are you getting my new ones, Audrey? Like my stories?
I opted into your list several times, different identities, so I getting different kind of email.
Oh, okay. It's all good as long as and it's interesting though. What I did yesterday with my email with this guy Peter. Some of you have met him. He's a great guy, a funny character. He's a funny character. But I actually used that email because I knew he would read it, so he felt like, wow, this feels good. And then in the email I said, this is just the beginning of his journey, and before he knows it, he's at $5,000. So I subconsciously just set the bar for himself when he read the email, and he knows, well, I sent that out to all the other people, and he felt really good about it.
That's smart.
So that's also a good way to engage your team members, and you're sending out to people. So you're using that relation into a story, and then you bridge it into, why that is and why people then should be a part of you.
To be honest with you, with all the people that I research on, including the top earner in Power Network, there are only 2 people that I know doing staging in their autoresponder sequence, and then you are one of it. One is Chris Recker, and I think it's probably, we did a hangout about the email stuff, and I actually think that the staging in the autoresponder actually is quite effective.
It is. Think about it. Okay, so the last vacation all of us took when we came back home, did anyone tell something from that vacation that was really great? And how was the reaction on that other person? Could that person relate to what we just told them?
Yeah.
Because it's something people are going to be like, oh man, that sounds so good. I wish I was there. They can instantly relate to it because storytelling, every single thing we do online, Vic is doing, all these guys are doing, and it's storytelling, every single thing.
Yeah.
So that's of our grandparents. When we come there and they talk to our kids or grandkids or whatnot, they always have a good story, and all the kids are sitting there and like, wow, this is so great, So utilizing that in emails as well, but like breaking states where you raise a huge problem, and then you just boom pop into something else. People are going to be like, whoa, but hey, I connect with that problem, so automatic, I'm going to continue reading. And some of those people that are going to read don't connect with that story, but other people's going to connect with it so well, so they just want what it is you have.
Yeah. Yes.
But it takes time to master that, and like what I see a lot of people, they talk, money, and that's great as well, So was Toby and Laura Black, he sent out an email the other day, said, wow, they have been testing, he's been testing different techniques in his emails, and now the one he tested actually gave them more sales, and what he tested was to talk more emotions, more storytelling.
Yeah.
Because it just connect with people, like if I have something, I tell something from my private life, connect with someone else, automatic, you just have them inside, and deep inside is where you can connect with them.
Yeah, actually, it's surprising to me. I read so many people's autoresponder sequence, and actually, to write email in story format is actually hard to master. And I think the one that do really well is Dave Wood. He write,
absolutely.
His email is in story format, every single one.
He's a master at that, That's why I'm all about that, because in my presentation first I'm going to talk more about that, but like right now in US there is 230 million emails, and in a couple of years that's going to be raised up to 270 million emails, and the more advanced the smartphones are getting, the more people are going to read emails. So emails in a long time was like, oh, I got a little bit down, but it's actually going up because people got on the phone. So what better way to connect with people on the instrument besides Facebook? People on Facebook all the time, but their email. That's why I'm really into the content, because it's if you master that, you touch people in their heart.
I'm actually experimenting on. I laid out my progressions stages in the. I put myself in the position from the day one they get my email. What effect I want to get from this one, and then I connect with the other one. So so
Nice.
far I got a few sales. I'm surprised.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm gonna share with you guys, if you're up for it. I'm actually gonna, on Monday, I'm gonna start like a 10-day launch. So I'm relaunching on a launch. But so I'm and the guys know that Jeff Walker. You guys know Jeff Walker? Okay, check out Jeff Walker, because he is the master when it comes to launching a product. But what he's saying, a lot of sales letters today is these 10, 15 pages sales letter that is put into one long, one page landing page. Have you guys seen those? Like where you're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what he is doing is he's coming up with like a wide sales letter where he's just using it in videos, like the traditional as Vic did and all these people, So what I'm doing is I'm gonna do the same thing just for emails. So I'm gonna write 10 emails. So all these 10 emails is a story, and each the 3 emails. So the 10 emails are divided up in 3 sections. So the first 3 emails is where I raise a problem and then I give a solution, but then in the last email I raise another problem. So in my next section I'm gonna cover that problem with a great solution, so they're getting a lot of value all the time. So, but all these different problems I'm raising and I'm getting solutions to, it's just like small parts of the big puzzle. So and they come in my last email, in my 10th email. If they want the package that can just escalate this to the moon, they have to buy access to my BIM class.
I see.
And I'll do all that through storytelling, 100% storytelling. So it's going to be
Frederick,
pretty interesting.
I'm interested in your training in media planning.
Yeah, well, so the way I'm gonna do it, just so you guys know, on Thursday, it's gonna be my first, so bear over with me when how it's gonna go. But the system works, and I'm gonna start with the blogging, where I'm gonna give, like a 30-day program, which is gonna go in hand with the 30-day to 10K with Vic. So that's always my mind is. I want to chain it into the Empower Network and the Big Idea Mastermind. But it's giving you advice of how to write stories. How can you utilize that? How can you get ideas from your daily life and put it into your emails? And based on that, how can you get opt-ins and sales? And then based on that, we're going to go in and set up a perfect sales funnel for you that is based on the emails that you just wrote. And then the last is the media traffic. So absolutely, everybody is welcome. And the more eyes and feedback I can get on it, the more I know if this is going to be the road I want to take. So
put me on there.
Absolutely, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be there. I want to hear it.
Awesome.
So today's hangout is amazing, don't you guys think?
Oh yeah,
amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. So much value.
Oh
yeah.
We cover retargeting, tracking, split testing, content and emails, and PPC campaigns. This hangout it's worth watching several times.
Absolutely, yeah. I just got, that's one thing as well. I just got this. I just love signing up to stuff when you get gifts. I just got this in today. It's like an old one. It's like Crack Attack Selling Secrets.
Yeah.
It's like a 101, like strategies for selling tactics, copywriting, headlines by a guy called Ben Settle.
Yeah.
After my thing, Ben Settle master the storytelling. He is brilliant at it. It took me 4 months to actually buy his product, but he kept me captivated in every single email, and he sent out one email Monday to Friday. So here's the thing to think of for the guys out there that are like, oh man, I have to do blogs and so on and so on. But imagine if you write a blog Monday to Friday for a whole year. So after getting a ton of traffic and learning yourself inside out, you're actually also going to get 240 blog posts. Imagine like how long that autoresponder series can be.
Yeah.
So you can more or less have an autoresponder for a whole year. Then the only thing you need to do is just testing with different headlines and all these things, and then you have a whole autoresponder for a whole year. I mean, like, that is crazy. You can just have that automated, send traffic into it, and then when you have perfected it, it just runs by itself for a whole year. And then once in a while, you just pop in and see what's going on.
That's my goal, to have 365 days autoresponder. Then I can just go out and have fun. It's 300.
Exactly. So that's what I do is I take a break in the weekends because people like being bombarded with emails in the weekend, like,
Yeah.
What I do, then I keep a break in the weekends just to let people like, whoa, Frederick's not in their face all the time. He's actually also having a weekend. And then Monday morning.
That's what I do too.
Good, yeah. I don't know, it just makes sense. And then Monday morning, I just fire off like a new email and then boom, back in business.
Yeah.
Can I ask something or more like an opinion? The newsletter, what are you guys saying? This is like the newsletter as well, this email, or the newsletter?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So
because if it's like every day, the email, then this is going to be like the newsletter, pretty much.
Exactly. So I blog. I put up my blog post on my blog. I got my Facebook pages is automated. I wake up in the morning and then see, oh, what is today's picture of? It's actually Michael that is running my Facebook.
Yeah.
But then I post my blogs on Facebook, so I'm targeting another medium there, and then I'm targeting people that come to my blog in time through the SEO. But then I target people on my list with my blog post. So I just use my blog post as my newsletter.
Yeah.
So there's two ways of doing it. You can either in your email, you can send that out, and then you can have people click from your email to your blog post. That's one way of doing it. I don't think that's a really good idea. It's just my opinion, because again, when you're on your phone, how many, then you have to click and you have to open up a browser and you have to go into a page, and it's just a lot of trouble. So why not just have the entire message in your email, and then in the bottom you say, hey, if you want to know more about this, you know what to do. Click on this link and see you in there. So I'm just copy pasting my blog into the email, and then I just put a link in the email into whatever opt-in page I want people to go into.
Yeah.
Again, just to make it easier for the user, because we don't want to complicate it. People don't have much time, so we don't want to burden them with extra time. I don't know. I just use myself as an example, which you shouldn't do always, but
yeah. I'm sure
that's good tips.
It's a good tip. Yeah.
Well, so I'm gonna get in much more in detail, but when it comes to Google, I don't know. What is your guys' opinions about that? When you're using some of these white hat methods, do you guys know what a white hat and black hat methods are?
No.
I heard before. I don't know, but I heard it before. I think Perry Marshall talked about, and Tad Meluch. What's his name? Meluch.
Like, white hat is the legit way of driving traffic to a website. Black hat is where you're using proxy servers to force traffic into a website against its will, more or less.
How do you do?
Oh, well, there's a lot of how. Well, I can get some of my affiliates in here that are pretty hardcore on that. I'm dealing with all these guys and saying, okay, you just started up this campaign. Why do you already have 300 sales? And I don't even know how you did it. If they have, it could be okay. So a black hat could be they have a database of fake names.
Okay.
Fake names, emails, phone numbers, states, whatever. Then they created a system that populate the data from the database into a sign-up form. So they put all the data into a sign-up form. It could be like an insurance form, so we have insurance offers. Every time someone signs up, we're paying them $5. So these guys are just taking the information from the database and populate it automatic into the insurance form and have this software to sign up automatic. So it's just fake names, but it looks like real names. And then the pixel is fired, and we can see in our system saying, oh, this user or this affiliate created a sale. But they provoked it. It is just like a fake thing, and that's a black hat method.
Is that legal?
Not at all. No. All right, so here's another
That's
crazy
so
thing. Okay, this is just to get an idea of what's going on in this crazy world, like this underground world. I don't hope any of my affiliates are hearing this, but so what they do, taking insurance. I know a guy, he made $700,000 on this method a couple months ago. It's ridiculous. I don't want to prove it at all. I'm just hearing these crazy things because I want to get into people's minds to understand what's going on out there. So what they do, they go in and they hijack an insurance company's sign-up form. So imagine you have an insurance, they have their sign-up form and they get all these leads in, organic, maybe on the campaigns or whatnot. So what they do, they put a a thing in on the back of the site, and they take all that fresh data out while it comes in. They take that data and then they populate it into another insurance company's offer, so the data is so fresh, so it seems real, and then they just get the money from it. So they're using the data from another company that are spending money on the advertising and put that into directly stealing. I'm just saying it's not anything, but it's some of the stuff that is going on in the online world that is crazy.
That's called online robbery.
It is, absolutely. It is. I mean,
it's true.
Online robbery.
Yeah, we have a lot of stories. Another one, just so you guys understand how crazy it is. I think it's in China somewhere, but they have you have these net cafes where people go in and they play, and they can go in and pay $10 to get access to a computer and get online. So what these guys are doing, they're renting all these net cafes, and then they are having like tourist buses. So they
Oh,
fill
boy.
up these tourist buses
Yeah.
with people, and then say it's like money-making tourist buses. And they say in these buses, then they drive around to all these net cafes, and on these net cafes computers, they have all these affiliate offers on their computers. So what these people do, and they go in and they fill out the sign-up form, and every time they fill out one of these sign-up forms that is attached to an affiliate product, they get like 2 cents, 5 cents, or whatnot. But the cafe, which is an affiliate, they're maybe getting $2 or $3 for every form this person is signing up. You guys following me? Yeah, and then they're
Yeah.
driving around to all these different places in buses, picking up people that want to make a little bit of money just to fill out forms to all these net cafes all day long. Make money.
You have to open one.
I know, it's crazy. I'm like, holy shit, this is so far out. But,
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's funny.
a little side thing there, but
So what if they get caught doing that?
we don't pay them. I actually had one guy I called up because and they go on the like name like John Doe or whatever crazy stuff, and I know they're not the U.S. citizens. So I called them up, and I was like, all right, well, so you're an American citizenship that you've been living here your entire life, and then they have this craziest accent and say yes, like come on. I know you're not, don't lie on me. I know you have $100 in your account right here, and I'm not going to pay you them if you're not telling me the truth. And some of these guys, they almost break down and cry on the phone because they're so in tune with this model, and there's nobody else just calling up and actually talk to these people. And then it struck me, I was like, man, like there's so much need for the right methods out there. And that was also one of the reasons why I was like, when I saw the big idea in Power Network, I'm like, this can impact a lot of people because people just go, Indian guys is like spoofing or something. They go in chat forums acting like girls. And they, hey, do you want to sign up to this, And then they sign up to this link, which is like a website, like a dating website or whatnot. And then they're getting money for that sign up. So they're just sitting there and acting like girls and selling themselves as being a girl, It's so far out, but that's the way they make money. Some guys in Philippines are making $500 a month by doing that, but it's so unethical, correct.
Yeah.
So those people are, we're trying to get in, but they're like, this is so much easy money. I have to do some work over here. Like, yeah, I know, but when you do that, you get in heaven. When you don't do it, you get in hell. So.
Yeah, very nice.
Plain and simple, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But it's crazy what's going on.
Wow.
Like, yeah, crazy stories.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's I wouldn't recommend anyone to open their affiliate network because it's way too much work. People that don't pay you, and it's too much, but it's fun, and you deal with a lot of people all over the world. That's why I love this business.
We use something that's already created.
Yeah. Well, it is, and when we go on, for example, on it's called NAM Offers, namoffers.com, if anyone want to check it out. And we're in the top 20 of preferred networks, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's and it's all done from home, so that's what's great about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't want to take too much sidetrack here, Audrey.
No, it's fine. I think we should have a follow-up hangout for what we talk about and what we implemented, and then let's come back and keep track of our results.
Awesome.
And when we are doing this, we actually push each other toward the expert level. I mean, today the topic is not a beginner topic. It is advanced. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it also be great to maybe even show how to set up a retargeting campaign, because a lot of people, they don't know. So it'd be great to take them, share the screen and just show them how to set it up, because everybody needs to learn that anyway. So it'd be great if they can learn it here with us.
Good idea.
Why don't we do this on next Saturday?
Yeah.
Are you guys up for it?
Yeah,
next Saturday?
yeah.
Perfect.
I'll show the ad roll and perfect audience, and then the Google real-time tracking. and then you guys could brainstorm. See, I pick up the good things first. The rest of you guys pick up.
I can show the Site Scout how to set up a campaign on Site Scout.
That sounds good.
Nice. Well, I can, if time, I can do the ClickZone.
ClickZone, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anybody else want to contribute? Let's make
perfect audience. Did you mention perfect audience, Audrey, or not?
You can do perfect audience.
Okay, I'll do perfect audience.
Yes. And Andre, you can do tracking. You do tracking, right?
Yeah, sure. I have only a question to Frederick. What are you eating, man?
What I'm eating?
I've been all the Hangout just shut up here, and I'm just listening, and I'm holding my hand here to shut my mouth, because this is amazing stuff you're just talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Well, so here's the thing. Sometimes that's where you guys just have to push me, because I'm just the type of guy that I'm sitting here and doing all my things, and sometimes forget to get it out there.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so that's why Michael, he's been pushing me to get more out there, because I don't know, it's just that's why it's good to be a part of like a society like this, because you've been pushing all these different angles, like some of you guys, doing videos and all this, and I'm like, but that's why I went out and bought this huge whiteboard, because now I'm gonna do some specific training, because that's what I know. So so again, guys, just let me know. I'm willing to help.
Yeah, let's do this and make it a date next Saturday. Let's come back all together, all of us, and let's do the hands-on training.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
This is so good, and I'm really happy that how our Hangout is switching the direction toward training Hangout, because we're changing people's lives, including ourselves. So
awesome.
This is really good. Yeah. Time well spent, and we have been on for over just 2 hours. So
wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to end this broadcast, and this is only part 1. Next Saturday, don't miss next Saturday, because it's going to teach you how to do it, what we talk about today. But I want to take time to thank everybody here, Anka, Andre, Ella, Ellen, Frederick, and Juan. Thank you for coming today, and thank you for bringing such a value. And I think after today we'd earn a place in heaven. We have
yes. No black hat methods. No black hat methods. Anyone out there?
No highway robbery.
No.
Online robbery.
So with that said, have a great day, have a nice weekend, and go out there and change your life.
Yes.
See you later. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.